Okay, go. Start streaming. Please start streaming. I want to see the stream. Okay, awesome. The stream is now live, also on YouTube, so you can jump there too. Hello, Reshaper. Hope you're fantastic today. In today's very stream, I want to share with you the experiment of neural connections. And there's a really cool experiment back in the days, in the 80s actually, in the past 80s, and in the late 80s, there were a professor from the University of California in San Francisco. He did it. His name is Michael Meserick, and what he has done is he conducted an experiment with a monkey. And as you might know, the most neural things are made with monkeys. And what with monkey exactly, I just want to tell you. So he basically has trained the monkey to move a certain finger in order to get food, or in order to obtain food. And this monkey did it, and after several weeks, you could see, if you do an MRT on this monkey. Oh man, the sun is just shining straight into my... Ooh, it's a little bit blurry. My face is blurry. Oof. Okay, it's still there. Ooh, that was pretty creepy. People on Facebook, I do apologize. Let me apologize to begin with. Okay, just really quick. I want to push the curtain because the sun is just going into my face, and you can't see my face really. It's just, well, the sign's still. Did I broke it? No. It's still alive. Okay, cool. It's still alive. I do apologize. Oh, it's a little bit too blurry because it is getting sunset. I have just to put my curtains. Now it's better. Okay, now I cannot see the light. It's just going to my face, like here. I mean, it's good to have some light, but it's just like from the side, so it doesn't look great. If the half of my face is white, the other is a little bit more, dark. Okay, so what he did the experiment that the monkey's finger is working, and the monkey had to do this movement, and he's trained it to get food. And what he did it for several weeks. And after several weeks, I did an MRT again and have seen one really cool thing, which is they have seen how the part which was trained has been expanded on 600%. 600%, the part which has been trained with this finger thing has been expanded for 600%. It's been bigger, grown bigger. Wow, 600%. And this is exactly what happened if you translate it to people who are addictive towards things. For example, towards cigarettes, or towards drugs, or towards alcohol. Those people also, when they are establishing those habits, there's part of this where the habit is sitting on the brain is just expanding every single time they pull the trigger. Every single time it expands. And this is just mind-blowing. And the more we are doing the same habits, the more it expands, the more it takes a bigger part of our brain, which is just an incredible thing to know. And however, for you guys who are just, oh man, I have my own addiction and I want to overcome it, but I don't know how to overcome it. For you, I have a good information, because in the same experiment, they did actually interrupt the whole thing. They did the pattern interrupt. They are trying to, the same monkey, they did a pattern interrupt. So every time the monkey tries to just use his finger, they say, no, you do something else. And because they did a pattern interrupt and they replaced it with a different pattern, what happened is that this whole thing, the brain part, which has established from the past pattern with moving the finger, has been shrunk. In several weeks has been shrunk to the natural size, which it has been before the experiment. So for you guys who are currently struggling with some addictions, you can do it too. If you do a pattern interrupt, for example, you are have an addiction towards smoking and you want to overcome smoking, your brain says already, you say to yourself, I don't want to smoke anymore, but the occasion comes, and when occasion comes, you can see for that there's a trigger which is pulled, and when it's pulled, you are smoking. So how you can overcome the smoking pattern is simply you are seeing, first of all, you have to really distinguish which kind of occasion makes you smoke, which kind of occasion makes you taking drugs, which kind of occasion makes you, for example, drink, or which, or for example, when you have a gaming addiction, which kind of occasion makes you gaming or watching YouTube and so forth. I mean, so many addictions right now. Okay, you have to figure out the occasion, and then you have to do like a movement, something that is unnatural. For example, like with your fingers, something snapping with your fingers, or you can just go and kind of knife yourself here, kind of, tweak yourself here on your arm or something like that, so you can turn back, and then you have replaced it. You have replaced it with something else, with something which is good. For example, when you're about to, many smokers are about, when they drink coffee, they are about to smoke. It's kind of the trigger for them to smoke. And what you can do is, okay, there's a coffee and you're just about to smoke, but instead of, you are, for example, eating a fruit or something like that instead of smoking, and replacing this over and over again. And after several weeks, this kind of, it depends how big your size of this cell is, of this virally, of this wired brain cell is. If it's like 600% or even more, if you do it for several years, it will be pretty huge. So you have to shrink it with your new habit. Shrink it, it becomes a new thing, and you always do the thing that is your pattern instead of this addiction pattern. Okay? So I hope I could give you some advice. I mean, everyone knows the story about the elephant that you put on, that you have an elephant there and chain it on chain it on what's it called, on a, like on a phone mast, on a pillar. There's a pillar, you chain an elephant on a pillar, and on a small pillar, and when it was a kid, this elephant, well, the elephant couldn't get away, and because it has been wired over years, when this elephant becomes even an adult, even he can breaks it, he never breaks it because he has already wired the big cell in his brain that he cannot break it. So he never attempts even to break it again. And this explains totally why we are having addiction, stuff like that, because this kind of cell that makes us have it happen over and over again is just growing really big in our brain. And when we replace it with something else, then we can shrink it and grow, and instead of grow something bigger in our brain, grow in other rewiring connections bigger in our brain through continuous action. Thank you for watching Anu channel. I really appreciate it. So try it out, and now you have also kind of the evidence how and why addictions are working, how they're working, and why our habits are, why we are doing our habits and how we can overcome our habits. Now you have actually the full blueprint, and you can just go and execute. Okay, awesome. Reshaper, I hope you have an awesome day. Comment, post, let me know what's number thing you picked up so far. I do these videos every day in, besides Saturday. Saturday I'm pretty busy, so I don't need Saturdays. I hope you have an awesome day, and as always, do not let yourself super out. See you tomorrow.